Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3, SDL Province, blue team. Ben with a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist, infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support. Alongside, Papa Smurf is a force commander, very strong offense, fighting in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support. And Desked rounded off the team with a Warboss, a melee hero, walking through objects, very strong offense, disruption and support. This is the Goth's elite scheme here. Red team, a bunch of Chaos fellas. VindicareX with a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero with powerful battlefield manipulation and control. Got the Alpha Legion elite scheme here. Alongside, Gaius Baltar and their Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero, walking through objects that cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. The Thousand Suns elite scheme. And rounding us off, BattedNutria with a Plague Champion. Starts off with a damage over time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support, can also repair the Night Lord's elite scheme here. Up against that Warboss on the eastern edge, kicking off in the mid, Chaos Lord tying up some Tactical Marines, Force Commander tying up some Chaos Space Marines, Heretics busy capping, Scouts trying not to die, CSM are on them though, Force Commander's chasing but they might be able to get a model before they lose one. Oh, here comes some support though from the Orks. CSM in a little bit of trouble now. Not sure what the shooter boys are doing. I think they misclicked. I think they were meant to target the CSM there. Where are they off to? Yeah, I think they must have misclicked. Scouts dropped 2 models there. Shooters are now shooting at the Heretics. Force Commander battle crying. CSM might need to just retreat here, because they're going to take bolt pistol shots, and those hurt. There's some Corn Worship. They stay in play with 2 models. Meanwhile, west side, VindicareX push through, now on the power with some Heretics. Triple Heretics here for VindicareX. Just single CSM for the other fellas. Double tax for Papa Smurf. And Ben with a Warrior Brood on the field. Double Hormagaunts into Warriors. Sword of Flame is up. You can tell because his sword is on fire. Going after, so I'll get a good special immediately on the Hormagaunts. Heretics getting torn up though. Have they made it? I think they've made it away with that Doom Blast suppressing the stuff. Chainsword and Storm Shield for the Force Commander. Gives him a passive 20% ranged damage resistance and 100 more health. Also gives him Defend, which could be very useful for approaching. Some Havocs up for BattedNutria on the east side. Looks like Desk pushed through. And they're double sluggers. I don't think make it away. No, one of them did. And these were the guys with burners, so if one of them's going to survive, that's the better one to do so. A little bit of an assist there from Gaius Baltar to get that kill. 456 to 500. 1-to-1 cat. Storm Boys now for Desk. Who needs sluggers when you can get Storm Boys? Just strap a jump pack to them and see how they do. Barb Strangler Warrior Brood here for Ben. Into some more warriors. Most likely the second warriors will get the melee synapse in tier 2. Force Commander doesn't want to finish the decap. I think they could have, but it would have left them pretty low. They want to be healthy enough to take part in the next fight. Here it is. Double tax will probably pop their Kraken bolts on the CSM or on the Noise Marines. I don't have a way to stop that Sonic Blaster from shutting them down. They could throw the Force Commander in on them, but as I said, it's quite low. It's probably going to get shot up as he approaches. They're going to go for it though. Scouts get their Sergeant. That Sonic Blaster shuts down ranged attacks, including grenade throws. Those guys popping their Kraken bolts, which doesn't help you against the Chaos Lord. Only buffs your damage against heavy infantry. Chaos Lord was drawn into trouble. That's good play from Papa Smurf. And now they can maybe break out. Tax dropping a model though. Completely out of cover here. Scouts might be able to get a decent grenade. Force Commander is surrounded by Heretics getting some battle cry hits. But needs to be careful. Grenade. Oh, did they kill a CSM with that grenade there? Maybe? Didn't see where that grenade went. Well, the CSM died. Force Commander died as well. Started that engagement well, Papa Smurf, with some patient play, but lost some stuff at the end there. Chaos Sorcerer's almost leveled up. Now has the Vestments of the Warp, allows him to teleport around. 456 to 459 on the VPs. On the power again. Ben has dropped one of their Hormagaunts along the line. Got those double warriors. East side, what's going on? Desk is not happy about Chaos Fellas getting close to his power here. We got light grenades for the Plague Champion. Heretics getting rid of the Warboss. Got a good chunk of XP though. All the heroes have actually. In fact, all 3 red team heroes are already level 2. Got a combi flamer for Gaius Baltar. I'm not sure where he is right now. Oh, he's coming out of base. VindicareX causing all sorts of havoc with doom bolts and swords on fire and teleporting. Force Commander a little bit isolated here. Trying to get some melee on those Noise Marines, stop them firing that Sonic Blaster. Barb Strangler sets up some stuff here, but that was a Doom Blast before those guys ran, which saved them a bit. There's a Cacophony. Here comes the Chaos Lord. Chaos Lord won't be knocked over by the Cacophony and starts to set stuff on fire with the Combi Flamer using the Immolate. Don't think they hit it super well there. Needed to get a little bit deeper with it. Storm Boys up for Desk. They're alive. They're surviving for now. Going after the Plague Champion here. Plague Champion starts off very weak in melee combat in terms of his own damage output, so he can't really threaten anything and gets chopped to pieces with user choppers. Can they jump again though? They can. Onto the Havocs here. Havocs have a lesser form of melee resistance, a 20% melee resist rather than 40%, and the Storm Boys just deleted them there. Most Marines do have a melee resistance, but Devastators and Havocs and stuff are different. They get a little bit less. Heretics sure have it. Getting shot up by double attacks and those scouts. Havoc's getting caught. Not sure what they were up to there. Getting caught by some Hormagaunts and stuff in melee. Double Havocs for VindicareX. Lictor Alpha levels up. He's got his pheromone ready. Good grenade. This is VindicareX completely forgetting about these heretics, I think. And they wipe. Down they go. Leveling up the tactical marines. Only takes a second of concentration lapse. And stuff dies very fast. VindicareX is floating resources as well. Should be going tier 2 right now. Ben is already there. Gaius Baltar and BattedNutria already there. Papa Smurf just went. Ravener Brood coming out in tier 2 for Ben. Plague Marines coming out in tier 2 for Gaius Baltar. Force Commander gets a quick kill. Defend, making him immune to suppression. But I don't think he was being shot at there. They were shooting at these guys. It would have made these guys immune to suppression as well, but they were too far away. Last Master Noise Marines now for Gaius Baltar in tier 2. Gives them this artillery weapon. That was a really good Let the Galaxy Burn hit on double tacks and scouts. Did it kill the scout? Yeah, it killed the scout. Sorcerer levels up and runs away. Got a decap on their natural VP, I think. Here's your Ravener Brood. They've gone for melee Raveners with enhanced muscle coil, so they can benefit from melee synapse, which we don't see yet, but I assume we will. Wonder if they want a Tyrant Guard up first or something. 400 to 452 on the VPs, 2 to 1 for blue. Here come Mark of Corn Chaos Space Marines and a melee Plague Champion. Gives him a little bit more health. This Plague Sword ignores melee resistance with power melee damage and creates zombies on kill. It's a really cool weapon. Ignoring melee resistance ain't super rare. I don't think any other weapon does that, pretty sure. But I also said previously that no other weapon gives you health. But that was wrong. As some people pointed out, the Plague Champion's Plague Sword does, for example. I was talking about the Chainsword and Storm Shield when I said that in a previous game. And I think one of the Ravener Alpha weapons does it as well. 2 to 1 cap. Dest is on the power with some Orky fire, and they might get a full bash here actually. Here comes BattedNutria back to defend. Might be able to get a nasty flank. Has a melee army here. Melee armies are great at flanking. because retreating units take 30% more damage from melee attacks. There's user choppers on the Storm Boys, but they are dealt with. Couldn't keep them in there. Warboss kicking some heretics there, and spiky armor is in, so damage to nearby enemies whenever he's hit in melee can be very good against heretics and stuff. But they get him away there. Chaos Space Marines with Marco Zinch for Gaius Baltar. West side. Gonna turn red for Chaos. I think we have a Shrine to Zinch. Provides some defensive buffs. 10% damage resist, I believe. Also shoots out some, there we go, some Doom Bolts. And it's now being worshipped, so they'll shoot out more often. That damage resist buff only affects your own units though, not your allies. I believe it does stack up with multiple shrines. I assume there's a limit. I think it's a limit of 3. Sorcerer barely gets away, level 4, has the Icon of Zinch. Not something you see a lot, but it sure is awesome. If you can get those kills and those explosions to go off. 386 to 406 on the VPs. Attacks will be okay, I think. Other ones already almost back at base. Zone Thrope on the field for Ben. Lictor Alpha down on the northwestern power. Might be tough to revive him. Plague Marines power bashing. Chaos Lord just looking at the node. Tried to cap it, I think, but it was rebuilt. Zone Thrope not doing a huge amount of damage with those shots there. More of an area of effect thing. Burrow Strike. Where do they go? Oh, they're just burrowing. They're not burrow striking. Saw a lot of nasty things though, so they backed away, I think. Can he get a decap? Maybe. Chaos Lord with Galaxy Burn. Some solid hits. Gets a kill to weak as well. And continues to decap. Doesn't seem too worried about it. Oh my god, okay, now he retreats. Plague Marines also retreat. That's a good passage of play for Gaius Baltar. Got some power bashing done. Hurt some stuff. Almost got the decap. 340 to 406. Focused Warp Blast. Knocking back the Sorcerer there from the Zone Throat. Coruscating Flame on the Heretics to do some damage over time to nearby enemies. Thanks to the sword. Can they kill a Warrior Brood model though? I think the Warrior Brood retain a decent amount of melee damage when they have the Barb Strangler. It doesn't tell me there, but I think that's right. They're not completely useless in melee once they get the Barb Strangler. Doom Bolts, can it kill one of those Marines? Nope. Blue team can retake the west side. They are just under 100 VPs behind. Not too bad. Got some chosen Plague Marines now for BattedNutria. Unique to the Plague Champion. Does he have... No, still has Blight Grenades, so... I haven't seen him chuck one yet. He must have chucked a bunch of them, though. Tier 3 for VindicareX. The last player to go. Desked with a looted tank on the way. Which could do quite well here. The Havertz could get a las cannon or something, but... they can put pressure on it with the Storm Boys. Meanwhile... is that a power bash? Was an attempted power bash, maybe. And they shall know no fear. Popped on both of the Tactical Marines thanks to their sergeants. Oh, they didn't want to stick around, though. I thought they were going to try and stay in play there with some Tyranid support. Force Commander with the Sacred Standard, so he's like full-on support mode now. It's a cool build for this guy. Probably wants to get Artificer as well to make him tankier. Might make it out there as well. Red team right back on the VP then on the west side. Double cap here. Triple cap for blue though. Storm Boys getting it done through the mid for Desked. That was a Blight Grenade throw, I think. That hit his own fellas. Yeah. Unlucky. Oh, there's Curse of Zinch on the Sluggers. Couldn't get a kill off it though, I don't think. Almost. And there's the looted tank for Desked, which just shot the Sorcerer to death. West side is indeed turning red. Their natural isn't though. Storm Boys are still here. Can they take on his Mark of Khorne CSF? This is going to be a cool fight. They're both level 2. Oh, there's using choppers. That wins the fight for the Storm Boys for sure. They might have won it anyway, because that Knob Leader is awesome and they do have power weapons against the heavy infantry, whereas the Storm Boys are not heavy infantry, so they're not taking the extra damage. The Storm Boys easily swings that fight for them, giving them more melee damage and more melee skill. And those CSM wiped for BattedNutria. Landraider Phobos on the way. Carnifex on the way for Ben. Another looted tank for Dest. They've pushed it quite far forward here. That's a Mark of Khorne Chaos Predator. Here's an Imperial Abyss from Gaius Baltar. Don't think it did too much. And they got the tank. Storm Boys, I guess, got the tank with some help from the Warboss and his Slugger Boys. Can the Storm Boys get out of there though? I think they jumped preemptively, but they didn't actually need to jump. They're going to be alright. I think they're going to be alright. We've got Terminators coming in for Papa Smurf, and it is Assault Terminators. These guys are unique to the Force Commander. Storm Shields and Thunder Hammers being buffed by Defend as well. There's a Nurgle's Rots, but I don't think they can kill anything to get zombies here. Plague Champion smacked down with a Thunder Hammer and killed. 277 to 319. Plague Marine's taking a bunch of damage. 2 models though still, and they get away okay. The looted tank continues to push from Dest. There's another one in the mid there. They don't have their reinforced plating upgrade yet, which allows them to do the boom gun thing. The boom gun is awesome. Oh, VindicareX dropping Havocs, I think. They might have had an autocannon as well from the look at that weapon. 259 to 319. Blue team taking control of this now. Look at the rosters. Some heavy losses for VindicareX. Gaius Baltar's down to 3 units as well. Carnifex getting messed up though by the Landraider Phobos. They are in tier 3 and they do have time to recover. Why are you pushing mid, says Dest. Get on the VP, they say. I assume they mean the contested VP here. Dest wants some on it. And to turn this numerical advantage into a VP advantage before they can't anymore. Warboss gets the revive on the Force Commander, who runs away. Where are the double tacks? Oh, they're capping. These guys flee. There was a drop pod to reinforce stuff, I guess, at some point. Did we get the reinforced plating? No reinforced plating. Maybe they want a Knob Squad up. Chaos Lord gets the decap under fire. Is that Plasma Gun? That is Plasma Gun Tactical Marines for Papa Smurf. Blastmaster should be closer to the edge of the map, I think. Like over here. Just makes it easier to flank when you're closer to the middle. Assault Terminator taking a bunch of damage getting in, but they do get in. Killing a Plague Marine. No Dirge Caster from the Phobos. Maybe they're saving it for a later engagement. Terminators get away without losing a model. Teleporting out, they can't retreat, those guys. Some decent melee hits on these heretics. Not sure what the hell they're up to. And they die. Might have been a misclick. Perhaps from Gaius Baltar. I think that was Gaius Baltar. Was it? Yeah, the hooded Thousand Suns, fellas. Look at this from Dest. Getting the decap through the mid again. Helped type by some scouts. Should leave the cap to the scouts, I think, and go and smack these guys. Looks like the scouts are going to go and grenade them. Out of infiltration. Well spotted and dodged by BattedNutria. And power bashing from Dest as well. Might get a full bash over there. In fact, they should get a full bash. And they got a cap. Well done, Mr. Warboss. VindicareX with a great unclean one on the way. West side continues to be red. Blastmaster knocks over the Force Commander. He's a little bit embarrassed now. Oh, the Terminators didn't back off to heal. They just stood here. They do have decent health regen, but they have so much hit points. You want to send them back to base, I think. Librarian on the field. Great choice to support your melee Terminators with some extra mobility. Stone Boys might have to jump away. Surprised they haven't already jumped. There we go. Now the Heretics have to meet double tanks. Oh, they shot that one guy. He super died. Nurgle's probably laughing his head off at that fella. 200 to 298. Here's the boom gun shots now. They have their reinforced plating. And Desk is straight back on the power here. Maybe straight back on this VP as well. There's Chosen Plagueman looking after it. West side, Phobos and a Chaos Predator for Gaius Baltar. The Phobos is BattedNutria's. And they've got another Chaos Predator on the way. A late game Chaos Space Marine squad as well. Not sure what they're up to. No mark. I wonder why they were purchased. Oh, look at this Sorcerer putting pressure on the Terminators. They have Tome of Subjugation as well, which is a great tool to use against Terminators. The Sorcerer in general can be a massive pain in the ass for a Terminator squad. Blue team are retaking the west side, I think 168 to 298. No, Lictor Alpha can't get a decap. Lictor Alpha goes in on the Blastmaster Noise Marines. That was probably stopping the cap there. You can't jump inside a Phobos. Oh, looted tank goes down. I don't know. Oh, probably that chaos stuff. 151 to 298 on the VPs, 2 to 1 for red. Nob squad on the way for Desk. Ben's Carnifex with a Stranglethorn cannon. Great and clean one taking shots. We've got another Venom cannon one here. And they've pushed them off. Should get the cap now. Librarian capping with some Cormagaunt moral support over there. Chaos Predator on the way now for VindicareX. It might be 2 Nob squads here for Desk. I think that would be pretty strong. With the Storm Boys jumping in and everything. Warboss still with just a spiky armor. Deadly Leap or Deadly Jump in for the Lictor Alpha. With a Mark of Corn Predator coming and a Rocks dropped in by Desk. Might wipe out all of that Chaos Infantry. Gets the Phobos. That's a good Rocks. Gets the job done. Mark of Corn Chaos Spread very low for Gaius Baltar. They've got 3 Chaos Spreads up. 2 Mark of Corns and 1 Mark of Zinch. Desk with the offense now. Jumping into the back line. Sluggers following the Storm Boys in. But then they're persuaded to leave by a Chaos Lord. And a good Blastmaster hit. They might just let these Storm Boys die. These Shooter Boys die. To free up some pop. Doesn't seem like they are retreating them. That might be what they're doing. Dog squad is up. No upgrades yet, I don't think. They are idle right now. Plague Marines. Oh, might be finished off by teleporting Assault Terminators. Now they've gone onto the Noise Marine fellas. Their teleport has been used though. That's really dangerous with the Sorcerer around. There's the Subjugation. These might be dead Terminators now. Great Unclean One will do a lot of damage. Oh, we consumed it with a Great Unclean One. Really now? That is very, very tricksy. Oh, Gate of Infinity got them away. Thanks to the Psychic Hood. He used the Great Unclean One just to consume one of those Terminators when they were technically allies with the Subjugation. Usually it's used on Heretics to get his energy back and stuff. Very, very tricksy. Chaos Lord with a kill of the week. Can Red Team push back in here with the Great Unclean One? Tanks need some repairs, but they're going to join the fight. And I need a drink of water. There we go. Is that Desk pushing through the mid? It is. Nob Squad and the Warboss is a tough thing to repel, especially with use your choppers active. Here comes some tank support, and Desk just gets the hell out of there. Maybe they could have got a decap with the Warboss while the knobs pressure the tanks. Scouts are just going to die here. Oh, they got a decap. Maybe that's all they wanted to get, and they freed up some population. Red team have the west side. 132 to 221. 100 or so VPs in it, which isn't too much. Carnifex eating las cannon hits there, thanks to BattedNutria's Havocs, and it's some more Noise Marines on the way, I assume, to get another Blastmaster and sit on this west side, but maybe they've got some power bashing in mind or something. Terminator's back up to full strength, and fighting a great King that was a cloud of flies, spreading this disease. And now an Imperial Abyss from BattedNutria. Doesn't seem like it hit too much. Got the Librarian out of there. Terminator's taking huge amounts of damage. I think they're going to go down, and they do go down. Kept them in play way too long. Were they subjugated or something? They must have been subjugated for a while and messed up, I think. No, the Sorcerer's off the field. I don't think they were subjugated. It just stayed in there too long. And Force Commander goes down. Battle Wagon on the field now for Desk. Papa Smurf could get some more Terminators up soon. Just needs 8 more red. Battle Wagon, oh, hits objects, trying to get away with its charge. Has that cost it? Can the tank chase? Nope, Grand King was just in the way of everything and blocks it. Double missile launch attacks now. Both level 4, I think. Both level 4. It's a lot of anti-vehicle burst damage coming out of those guys now. Papa Smurf, are you going to get a Land Raider instead? They do have 350 red now. Got double Zinchian shrines up on the west side. Lictor Alpha getting stuck into some heretics, level 4, with Scything Talon, Corrosive Claws, sorry. It is more Assault Terminators in for Papa Smurf. They could have had 2 up now, that would have been nuts. Shrugging off the Doom Bolts pretty well, I think. But they are doing some damage. Here comes a Great Unclean One. Didn't use the Foul Snare, gets close for, oh, that was a special attack vomit. He does have an active ability vomit as well. Imperial Abyss, this time from Gaius Baltar. All red and corn light. Can they get the Librarian? They can get the Librarian. Tank chased him down. VindicareX subjugated the Terminators and suggested the Gaius Baltar to eat one of them. And they did not. Because there's still 3 Terminators here. 105 to 221. There's that Noble Vomit. Forcing off the Zone Throat and some Warrior Brood fellas. Red team retake the west side. And actually looking pretty solid over here with 2 Great Unclean Ones, 2 tanks, some shrines and stuff. And that tricksy Sorcerer. Warboss back to his feet. Went down at some point, I think. So just saw the double... the plus 30. Oh, 3 Great Unclean Ones. VindicareX suggesting they do a triple consume on the subjugated Terminators to whack them out. That would be insane if they can pull that off. What the hell is going on here? Oh, Plague Champion went on a walkabout and died. Okay. Another Carnifex hits the field. I love how they just get birthed out of the HQ over there. Stranglethorn Cannon guy, Venom Cannon guy. There's another shrine up. That's BattedNutria's Nurgle shrine there. Providing some healing and reinforcement if you worship it. Also suppresses nearby enemies. Last Cannon gets a shot immediately. Backs them off. 68 to 221. Have the red team done enough? Fortifying this west side. Or can the blue team push mid maybe? Desk is coming west. Papa Smurf got a new Librarian. sorting out all the Space Marine books. Getting very upset if they return one of them late. Terminator Assault Squad not quite back to full strength. And we've got an infiltrated Great Unclean One and an infiltrated tank here. Not to mention the Sorcerer themselves. Is the other Great Unclean One here? It's not, I don't think. I don't see him. Oh, there he comes. Here he comes. Desk looking to flank, I think. But they got a pretty deep line here, the red team. Not easy to flank. There's an Imperial Abyss from VindicareX. Right on that Carnifex, doing tons of damage. Desk pushing the back line as they said they would. Can they get this tank down? It's a Knob Squad and Storm Boys and a Warboss with a Power Claw. They got it. 33 to 221. The Great Unclean One of VindicareX taking tons of damage here. Can they warp it out? Where is the Sorcerer even? Oh, he's right there. Subjugating Terminators. They're down to a single model. I assume they consumed one again. I don't think the other guys were close enough to do it though. I mean, you can have a plan to triple consume Terminators, but being in the positions to do it is another matter. The chaos of battle often has other plans. They're all still alive, these Great Unclean Ones. Desk is off the field with their Orks. Did a hell of a lot of work back there, but they can't do it all. Opened up space for the VP cap though. Look at this. Librarians on it. What are they being suppressed by? Did they get too close to the shrine? The noble shrine? Grenade is chucked in. Actually doing some decent damage to that librarian who's standing in that central mass of noble crap. 33 to 221. Blue team holding on. Can Desk now reinforce his stuff and push the mid in time? Papa Smurf down to just 2 units. Ben doing a pretty good job trying to hold the west side. Carnifex might be lost here though, and is lost. Great Unclean One's chasing this one back too. Is this Vindicare's? It's Gaius Baltar's. But if Vindicare is paying attention, it should be safe because it can be warped out. 33 to 221. Terminators are on it. There's an Imperial Abyss from BattedNutria. Oh, Gaius Baltar's lost control of his Great Unclean One. An old Dawn of War 2 bug. Where it only happens to single entity melee stuff. Where you lose control for a while. Looks like they're going to win anyway. And it should be able to get warped out still. But VindicareX isn't super interested in doing so. It seems there's a Rocks. Just out of frustration from Dest, I guess. There's the GG's. Red team are going to take it. I think Papa Smurf, their losses could not be sustained. Made it tough for them to contest the west side for long periods. Oh, the Chosen Plague we didn't get to level up. There's the game. Red team take it. At a level 6 Lictor Alpha for Ben. Level 8 Force Commander. The Force Commander himself did great. Had a Power Fist at the end. Just couldn't keep his fellas alive. I mean, he got tricksy Sorcerer shenanigans going on. It's not easy. Warboss is level 6 and down. On that big heroic flank at the end. Level 9 Sorcerer. Lots of great work by VindicareX. Level 9 Chaos Lord. And a level 7 Plague Champion. Never got an armor upgrade, this fella. What did you have? Arm of the Inferno, Demonic Visage, and Lightning Claws. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.